this is Carol Stimmel in the Engerati studio here at European Utility Week 2016, and today I am with Miguel Chavero, who is the Power and Utilities Industry Principal of EMEA for OSIsoft. Now OSIsoft has been a utility stronghold for 35 years or so, so let's start out a little bit and hear about what OSIsoft is up to today, and then we'll kind of dig into that and we can talk about some of the use cases and special things you're seeing in the utility.
Okay, so OSIsoft is the maker of the PI system. So basically the PI system provides you the ability to connect your asset operational data from your devices. Could be any pump, turbines, even trucks, or any device that you might have in your utility. And then we bring that data to their people that can help to boost production, saving money or maintenance cost, and improving efficiency or health and safety. Let's say that we are like an electrocardiogram machine for the industrial world. So we let our customers to tap into their vital things of their industry processes, so they can, at the end, improve their operation and maintenance on the daily basis. And for instance, also we have customers mainly in the power utilities sector. We have more than 1,000 customers worldwide, but we are also covering another industry in the globally, like oil and gas, metal mining, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and pulp and paper.
Right, so you're bringing your expertise from adjacent markets into the energy market, which is, the thing about OSIsoft, I've been in the industry a long time too, on the research and analytics side, and I remember when analytics was just starting to emerge and people would interview OSIsoft, and there was often this kind of like, well, yeah, we know, we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to know if you could talk a little bit about what utilities you're working with in EMEA, but also what are the use cases you're working on now?
Sure, well, we are very proud to say that according to the Platts rank, 14 of the top 15 utilities in EMEA is using our technology.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about companies like EDF, Iberdrola, Vattenfall, RWE, E.ON, now Juniper, Vattenfall, Chess. So the biggest utilities, electrical utilities in Europe is using our technology today. So we are very proud to be part of the journey. So our customers are using our technology in many different ways. Let me give you some examples. For instance, Fingrid, the Finnish TSO, is using our technology to monitor the main high voltage assets of the grid, of the high voltage grid, and they were able to prevent, major transformer failures, and also proactively detect SF6 gas leaks into the gas insulated switches. This is one example. Another example could be Iberdrola Renewables, a Spanish utility. They were deploying a new curtailment strategy using our technology, and they were able to improve 30% as an average, or even in some peaks of 60% of improvement, that it has a big impact into the energy produced. Another example could be Vattenfall in the hydro asset in Sweden. They started to move from time-based maintenance to condition-based maintenance using our technology, and they were able to reduce 3% of the, as an average, of the maintenance cost. And also another example could be Chess. They started to monitor the coal sites, and they did an initial project on Porcini power plant, and using a platform provided by one of our partners, PowerOpti, they were also to reduce the startup cost and increase performance of that unit. And last but not least, the other example is about the, I told you already, okay, the sites in,
Sure, I mean, it's sort of interesting, so you're going through all these use cases.
Yeah, use cases across the different industries.
But the truth is that the market's really changing a lot. I find it actually a challenge to keep track of, and in the previous years, you just had to sort of show up with a solution. If it was good enough, you would plug it into one of these utilities. You'd be with them forever, and nothing would really change so much. It would iteratively improve. You would keep up with things. I don't mean OSIsoft. I mean any big player in the market. So I'm wondering, how have you adapted to this changing market? So what kind of changes are you making to the PI software to keep pace with distributed generation and the new market formations as well in Europe?
Well, this is a very, very interesting question. We envision that the Industry 4.0 and is leading the digital transformation in the utility sector. In our opinion, collecting the asset operational data is the first step to really drive this digitalization wave in the industry. And what we would like to cover in that scenario is to help our customer in what we call the data to information value chain. Okay. So we are working on different areas to support that journey for our customer. So what does it mean in a practical approach? It means about more software alliance. We understand we cannot be alone on this IT landscape of our customers, so they are working with different vendors, so we need to work and develop our software alliance. Like, for instance, in the European Utility Week, we are here with SAP, also with ESRI, Geographical Information System, and also we are working with another major software vendors like IBM and Microsoft to really expand the value of the operational data into the different ecosystem of the customer.
So that you're actually, you alluded to something I think is very interesting and actually very powerful, and it's something that actually seems to have come out of Europe, which is sort of these new alignments with non-traditional players. So for example, I know you're based in California, and I understand you've recently co-opened a technology campus in San Leandro. Yeah. And so that's expressing this sort of need or this desire to innovate by aligning with academic institutions, private, other partners. I mean, you're talking about Microsoft and trying to figure out how to provide the best bang for the buck through these partnerships. What are you expecting is going to come from this institute in San Leandro?
Well, as we were mentioning before, the Industry 4.0 is, let's say, pushing all the market globally, and also the what we call IIoT, so Industrial Internet of Things. So on that campus, what we want to experience or incubate new ideas that leverage more value to our customers. Right. So what are the outcomes that we expect from this campus is basically about new ways to collect data. So in the past we were thinking about a very centralized architecture, but today we are thinking about new distributed data collection and aggregation, even approaching the calculation, the analytics to the sensor, right? So we are thinking about edge computing. We are also adding intelligence to the sensor and capturing that data, and also putting more analytics embedded into the sensor close to the field. We are also thinking about increase the robustness and scalability of the data analytics. At the end, we are talking about billions of data streams that need to be collected to support the IIoT revolution. So it means scalability, robustness, and the speed of processing the algorithms. And last but not least, we aim and we envision that the visualization will come in many different ways in the future. So if you analyze, what has been the platforms that the end user were using was completely different from today. Now mobile devices is taking a lot of importance, so we need to also to experience new visualizations capabilities to deliver at the end more value to our customers.
I mean, that, as far as I'm concerned, is the biggest problem, I believe, is analytics, Internet of Things. I mean, it's everywhere, but if you can't do something with that data, you're never going to see a return on investment. Absolutely. So that's heartening to hear that you're working on better visualization tools. So we only have a few minutes left, but I'm hoping you'll let me stick with that a little bit, and you can help me understand how you're going to take what you learn in San Leandro, especially in terms of return on investment from the Internet of Things, which is too buzzwordy sometimes. I want to know, how are we going to use it in Europe? How is OSIsoft going to take these learnings and apply them in the EMEA region?
Well, we envision that this is a journey. So, and every journey starts with one step, right? So basically the first step is in our digital transformation vision is collecting the right data into the right spot, right? And this is the first step that we want to help our customers to really be able to collect all the operational data that they really need to achieve the ultimate goals, right? Second step is, okay, what kind of algorithms I need to run, on top of my operational data? What other metadata I need to, pull all together to really make models that make sense, to really improve my operations. And this will be the second step in the journey. And the last, and ultimately to that journey, what we are facing at the utilities in EMEA is still not clear what are the ultimate business goals behind this kind of big data analytics, right? So we are vision that things like improving availability, reducing maintenance costs, improving safety, empowering mobility. These kind of things could drive new big data analytics. But at the end, the utilities need to really develop these initiatives and create tangible projects that help our providers like us to really support their ultimate business goal that at the end will drive the return of investment that is always today the main lack of drivers that we have for the industry to really grow. Right? And last but not least, we strongly believe that to make that process happen, we need interoperability and standardization across different vendors and technologies. And this is also a journey that we think we should start in EMEA to really help utilities to move forward in that space.
Yeah, it's a changing space. So Miguel, thank you so much. That was a great update for me, and I know people will enjoy hearing about what OSIsoft is doing, especially in the European region. So appreciate you coming into the Engerati studio.
Okay, thank you very much. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Bye.